hydrogen is an important chapter, and it is a very important element also in chemistry. That is why an entire chapter is dedicated to hydrogen, because it is a very important element, and we will see how this element reacts with different compounds. Okay. Okay, so come to page number 88, I think, in your book. Now, the first part is the occurrence of hydrogen. Where do we find hydrogen around us? Okay, so hydrogen is available in air also and in combined substances. So there are two types of occurrence. One is free state. Where is hydrogen available in free state? In free state means you can directly get hydrogen from there. Okay, and then hydrogen is available in combined state also. It is available in combined state also. Okay, so where do we get hydrogen in free state? So see, first of all, hydrogen is an abundant element. Okay, it is an abundant element in the entire universe itself, in fact. Okay, the the atmosphere, the stars, the sun, all of them have hydrogen in it. Okay, all of them have hydrogen. On earth also, hydrogen is available. See, first of all, in free state, it is there near the sun, then around the stars, and on earth you can find hydrogen in volcanic gases. Okay, these are the free, how hydrogen is available in free state. Okay, now in combined state, hydrogen is a part of a lot of different elements. Okay, different compounds. Hydrogen is a part of many different compounds. Okay, like all the acids, all the alkalis. Water is the most abundant compound. Okay, water also has hydrogen. Then organic compounds. Organic compounds means the compounds which are derived from biotic substances. Okay, hydrogen is the main component from all these. So we can get hydrogen. I'll give you one example each. Acids example is HCl, hydrogen chloride. You can see hydrogen here. Alkalis, you can have an example as NaOH. Sodium hydroxide. Here also you have hydrogen. Water is H2O. Organic compound example can be methane. Methane is an organic compound, CH4. So here also you have hydrogen. So see how all these elements, all these compounds have hydrogen as an integral part. Okay, so that is why hydrogen is available abundantly in free state as well as combined state. Okay, now also, now innovations are being made for using hydrogen as a fuel. You might have heard about hydrogen cars. Hydrogen can be used as a fuel. It can replace petrol. It can even replace electric cars. It has such high potential. Okay, it is not commercially usable yet, but the research is going on about how can we use hydrogen as a fuel in engines. Okay, then next is, once we have understood the occurrence of hydrogen, we can see how hydrogen is prepared. We will see about the preparation of hydrogen. Okay, preparation of hydrogen. Okay, now hydrogen is prepared by different methods. The first one is electrolysis of water. Electrolysis of water. Water is H2O. Electrolysis means using electricity to separate something. That is electrolysis. Okay, so we will do electrolysis of water. We will separate H2O and remove hydrogen from it. We need hydrogen, so we will break down H2O. Okay, how is it done? You can see the diagram also in your textbook of electrolysis of water. Okay, in a container, there is a container. Inside that container, we will put two electrodes. Okay, we will put two electrodes. Okay, and the water which we are keeping here, on these two, see, these are the two electrodes I have made. On these two electrodes, I will put test tubes, inverted test tubes on these two electrodes. Okay, and now then I will fill it with water. But this is not normal water. This is acidulated water. Acidulated water. Acidulated means some acid is added to the water. Okay, because only if there is acids, there is ions, we can do electrolysis. For electrolysis, water should be acidulated. We cannot use pure water. Okay. Now this water will enter the test tube also. Little bit. Okay. Now we will supply electricity to these electrodes. Okay, we will supply electricity. So this is a battery here. This is a battery plus minus. Okay, and there is key also. I can make a key also here. Now this battery, this is a cell. Okay, this cell will supply electricity to these electrodes. Okay, and this electrodes here, these electrodes which are present here, will do the process of electrolysis, and two gases. See, H2O is a liquid. Okay, but when you separate them, when you separate H2O, you will get two gases, H2 and O2. H2O, when you split H2O, okay, you will get two gases. Even though it is a liquid, after splitting, you get two different gases. So one gas will be available here, let's say hydrogen, and another gas will be available here, that is oxygen. Two gases will be available in this process. Okay, so we have successfully, using electricity, split the water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen. This is called as electrolysis. Okay, now you should know some terms related to electrolysis. First of all, I told you, what is electrolysis? Electrolysis is a process in which electric current is passed through a aqueous solution. This is an aqueous solution. This acidulated water is an aqueous solution. Okay, aqueous solution or molten state. See, for electrolysis to take place, your solution should be either aqueous or it should be in molten state. दोनों में से एक होना चाहिए. ठीक है. Our case, the solution is aqueous क्योंकि उसमें water mix किया. Okay, और molten state का मतलब होता है कि you heat something up to a certain level that it changes liquid. It changes into liquid. उसे कहते हैं molten state. Molten state में water नहीं होता. Aqueous state में water mix करते हैं. That is the difference. Okay. Now, what happens is, see, when you split this H2O, you will get two ions. You get H plus ions and you get O2 minus. Two ions, positive ions and negative ions. Okay, these ions migrate in the water. See, this is the water. The H2O molecules are splitting. One will go to one electrode, another will go to another electrode. Okay, so देखो H plus ions यहाँ पे आए and H minus ions यहाँ पे आए. Okay. In fact, I should see here. What should happen, you know? Wait, I'll change this. I'll write here oxygen and here hydrogen. Why I did this? Because see, I have made the battery in this way. Plus is here and minus is here. Okay. Positive, negative attracts each other. Okay. So ये जो plus है यहाँ पे positive charge है. This positive charge is going here, going to this electrode. Okay. So इस electrode को positive charge मिल रहा है. If this is positive, then कौन सा ion attract होगा इसके पास? O2 minus. Negative ion will get attracted here. So that is why I wrote oxygen here. Okay. So oxygen will attract here, and this negative charge. This negative charge is attracted here. Okay. And that is why this becomes negative. If this is negative, the positive ion, that is hydrogen, will migrate here. Okay. This is how electrolysis takes place. So if I write the equation for you, just a second. I'll write the equation for electrolysis to you. Okay? We have studied this equation before also. See, H2O, if I give electric current, we will get H2 plus O2. Then I have to balance this equation. Okay, so I will put a 2 here. So here also near hydrogen you will get 2. So this is how your equation will look like. This is the process where water molecule is getting split into hydrogen and oxygen, and this is the setup. Okay. Now let's study what are electrolytes. What are electrolytes? Okay. See, this acidulated water here, this liquid which I am using here inside is the electrolyte. This liquid is the electrolyte. Okay. Whatever liquid you use in the electrolysis process is called as the electrolyte. And there are two types of electrolyte. There are two types. Strong electrolyte and a weak electrolyte. Okay. So I'll give you examples of both strong and weak electrolyte. Two types, strong and weak. Two types of electrolytes. Now, what is the difference between strong and weak electrolyte? First, I'll write the example also and I'll give you difference. NaCl, sodium chloride, is an example of strong electrolyte. Okay. Ammonium hydroxide, NH4OH, is an example of weak electrolyte. Okay. Now, what happens in weak and strong electrolyte? In strong electrolyte, they dissociate completely. What dissociate? The ions. The ions which are formed, okay, they break down completely, and all of them, all the NaCl molecules will form ions. Okay, all the NaCl molecules will dissociate. Dissociate means this NaCl will split into Na plus Cl minus. ये क्या बन गए? आयंस बन गए. Okay, so they will dissociate completely. सारे के सारे NaCl molecules will dissociate, will split and become Na plus Cl. So these are called strong electrolytes where more ions are formed. Okay, but in a weak electrolyte, they partially dissociate. They partially dissociate. Partially means they will also form ions. This NH4OH, NH4 plus OH minus, ions will be formed. Okay, this NH4 will break. This will break. Two ions will be formed, but it will partially dissociate. Partially means not all the molecules of NH4OH break easily. Okay, few will break, few will not. So that is called as partial dissociation. Okay, this is the difference between electrolyte. Electrolyte, see, remember, it allows electricity to pass. Allows electricity to pass. इसलिए तो वो इलेक्ट्रोलाइट यूज कर रहे हैं इलेक्ट्रोलिसिस में. इलेक्ट्रोलिसिस में हो रहा क्या है, हम इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पास कर रहे हैं. तो ऐसा लिक्विड चाहिए जो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को पास होने देगा. ओके, नॉन इलेक्ट्रोलाइट क्या होता है? नॉन इलेक्ट्रोलाइट जो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को पास होने नहीं देगा. नॉन इलेक्ट्रोलाइट which will not allow electricity to pass through it. Okay, there are many different examples of non electrolyte also. Okay, for example, pure water. Pure water is a non electrolyte. Okay, but impure water or salty water is a good conductor of electricity. You might have seen in movie, salty water is a good conductor of electricity. Okay, but pure water is not a good conductor. Okay, it cannot conduct electricity. But generally water is somewhere there are minerals in the water, so it is not absolutely pure, so it can conduct electricity. Okay, impure water, salty water can conduct electricity. Okay, so this was about electrolytes. Next is electrodes. What are electrodes? Electrode, see, in the diagram which I had drawn before, I had made two electrodes. Electrodes means nothing but they are plates. They are plates like this which are dipped in the solution. They are plates like this which are dipped in the solution, something like this. Okay, so there are two types of electrodes. One is a positive electrode and another is a negative electrode. Positive electrode and negative electrode. And they are given different names. Positive electrode is called anode. Positive electrode is called anode. Positive means जो बैटरी होगी, जो बैटरी आप कनेक्ट कर रहे हो, ठीक है, ये समझो बैटरी है यहाँ पे या सेल है आपका सेल. तो जो सेल कनेक्ट कर रहे हो उसमें जो that this longer stick means positive and this smaller one means negative. Okay, so this positive is connected to this electrode. ये वाले इलेक्ट्रोड से कनेक्टेड है, so this becomes anode, जिसको पॉजिटिव चार्ज मिला है. ओके, एंड जिसे ये नेगेटिव चार्ज मिला है यहाँ पे, this is called as the cathode. Okay, anode and cathode. Okay, now there are two types of ions also. Two types of ions, positive ions and negative ions. Positive ions and negative ions. The positive ions are called as cations. Positive ions are called as cations. Negative ions are called as anions. You should know this. Okay, now see, the current flows from positive. It starts from positive like this. It enters from anode. Okay, then it will go in the liquid and it will exit. बाहर कहाँ से आएगा? बाहर आएगा कैथोड से, बाहर कहां से आएगा, कैथोड से. दिस इज द फ्लो ऑफ करंट. ओके, नाउ सी कैटायंस आर पॉजिटिव चार्ज. तो पॉजिटिव चार्ज किससे अट्रैक्ट होगा, नेगेटिव से अट्रैक्ट होगा. ओके, तो जो आयंस, सी आयंस मतलब क्या है, जो इस लिक्विड में फॉर्म हो रहे हैं आयंस, ऐसे बहुत सारे आयंस फॉर्म हो रहे हैं लिक्विड में. ओके, अब ये आयंस या तो एनोड के पास जाएंगे या तो कैथोड के पास जाएंगे. दे विल गेट डिपॉजिटेड ईदर ऑन एनोड और ऑन कैथोड. तो कौन से आयंस एनोड के पास जाएंगे और कौन से आयंस कैथोड के पास जाएंगे, ठीक है. सो वी विल सी दैट हियर. कैटायंस पॉजिटिव है, तो जो पॉजिटिव होता है वो नेगेटिव के पास जाएगा. नेगेटिव इज कैथोड. ओके, सी कैथोड इज नेगेटिव, ये है नेगेटिव एंड दिस इज पॉजिटिव. ओके, सो ये जो कैटायंस है जो खुद पॉजिटिव है वो इस नेगेटिव के पास जाते हैं. ओके, कैटायंस विल गो टू द कैथोड. ओके, और एनायंस जो खुद नेगेटिव है वो पॉजिटिव के पास जाएंगे, मींस दे विल गो टू द एनोड. Okay, you can also remember this like this. C, cations go to cathode. A, anions go to anode. You can remember like this also. This is a point, important point in distinguish. Okay, cations मतलब positive ions. Positive ions मतलब ये सब cations होते हैं. NH4 plus, Na plus, Mg2 plus, ये सब क्या है, ions है, positive ions. They are called as cations. And negative ions means Cl minus, OH minus, O2 minus. These are all negative ions called as anions. Okay, and this container which I am using, inside which I keep the electrodes, ये जो container है इसको हम लोग कहते हैं electrolytic cell. This is called as electrolytic cell. Okay, so this was all about electrolysis and how hydrogen is made. Okay, we have studied the different components of electrolysis. We have seen how current flows. We have seen what is anode, what is cathode, and what are the two types of ions. Okay, just read this once. There is one doubt. How do we know that chemicals are positive? Chemicals are not positive and negative. The compound which is made, the compound is made of one positive and one negative ion. कोई भी compound होता है वो एक positive और एक negative से बनता है. Okay? कोई भी compound जैसे कि NaCl है. NaCl is a compound. So this Na is positive and this Cl is negative. एक positive ion और एक negative ion से compound बनता है. इसको हम कहते हैं electrovalent compounds. Now we will see a few equations, because now we will study how hydrogen is produced in different reactions. So the topic is action of dilute acids on metals. Action of dilute acids on active metals. We had done activity series. In the activity series, whatever elements were present there, they are called as the elements which are on the higher upper side of the activity series are called as active metals. Okay, like magnesium, iron, these are all zinc, they are all active metals. Okay, now let's see the reaction. So action of dilute acids. Which acid can I use here? Dilute acid. See, those सबसे important acids here. H2SO4 means sulfuric acid, H2SO4, and HCl means hydrochloric acid. These are the two most important acids which will be used in all the equations. Okay, so reaction क्या है? एक metal लेना है, ठीक है, समझो Mg, magnesium. Okay, now add a dilute acid. So dilute acid, let's say it is H2SO4. We will write here dilute acid. So it is understood that the H2SO4 which you are using is dilute. Dilute मतलब इस acid के अंदर थोड़ा water mix किया हुआ है जिससे वो dilute हो जाता है. Okay, that is a dilute acid. When this reaction takes place, we get the product as MgSO4 plus H2. Displacement reaction, if you remember, displacement reaction होता है यहाँ पे. ये Mg ने H2 को replace कर दिया, displace किया, और H2 अलग हो गया. Okay, this is the reaction. This MgSO4 is magnesium sulfate. It is a salt. Magnesium sulfate. Okay, this same type of reaction will take place if we change any metal. For example, if I use zinc plus H2SO4, it will give me ZnSO4 plus H2. Same reaction. Okay, if I use iron, Fe, if I change the acid, let's say I take HCl, so again same reaction, Fe, and this Fe will replace this Cl. Okay, so you will get FeCl2 plus H2. FeCl2 बनता है ये क्योंकि the valency of iron is 2. The valency of Fe is 2. We need to balance this equation. I think here 2 will come. So the equation will get balanced. Okay, these two are already balanced. So this is the equation how an active metal reacts with a dilute acid. It will always give you salt and hydrogen. You see the products are same. You will get hydrogen and you will get a salt. Fixed. Okay. Now next we will see how hydrogen is prepared in laboratories. How we can prepare hydrogen in laboratories. Laboratory preparation of hydrogen. I'll explain you with the help of the diagram. We will use zinc here and we will use hydrochloric acid. Okay, so there is a stand. Okay, on that stand you will connect a flask. You will connect a flask. Okay, inside this flask we will put the two contents. You can see the diagram in your textbook also. Now see what reaction I am doing. Zinc plus HCl. I am doing this reaction, zinc plus HCl. So what I'll do, inside this flask I will keep some zinc pieces, zinc metal. I will keep it here inside this flask. Okay, and then the whatever output you will get, whatever output, we will put it in another vessel. Okay, now see what will happen is, from here, from this you can see the inlet here. Okay, this is nothing but from here I will put the hydrochloric acid. Drop by drop I will put the hydrochloric acid on this zinc. Okay, so यहाँ से I will put hydrochloric acid, dilute hydrochloric acid. Okay, so it will go here and this zinc will get reacted with the hydrochloric acid. Okay, once zinc reacts with hydrochloric acid, we know what forms. We will get ZnCl2 plus H2. This is the reaction which takes place. मतलब salt मिलता है और हाइड्रोजन गैस मिलता है. ठीक है, तो मतलब यहाँ पे, यहाँ से HCl आया और ये जो पीसेस है यहाँ पे, ये है जिंक के पीसेस. ठीक है, तो HCl और जिंक रिएक्ट हुआ, रिएक्ट होने पे सॉल्ट बना, वो सॉल्ट यहीं पे डिपॉजिट होगा. ओके, और जो गैस रिलीज होगी, हाइड्रोजन गैस, दिस हाइड्रोजन गैस, ओके, दिस गैस विल कम आउट हियर. अब उसके पास बाहर जाने की जगह नहीं है, तो वो गैस कहाँ से जाएगी? ये जो आपको दिख रहा है यहाँ पे बाजू में, थिसल फनल से कनेक्टेड है. ये जो थिसल फनल से कनेक्टेड है, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज ए डिलीवरी ट्यूब. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज द डिलीवरी ट्यूब. तो यहाँ से वो हाइड्रोजन गैस पास होगा. दिस हाइड्रोजन गैस विल पास फ्रॉम हियर. This hydrogen gas will pass from here. Okay, this is a trough, means a vessel made up of glass. Okay, and there is water inside. इसको किससे भर के रखा है हमने? वाटर से. Okay, so जो भी गैस यहाँ से आ रही है बाहर, हाइड्रोजन गैस इज कमिंग फ्रॉम हियर. ओके, तो जो भी हाइड्रोजन गैस यहाँ से आ रही है, वो यहाँ पे ऊपर जाएगी और यहाँ पे कलेक्ट होगी. दिस इज वाटर. This full is water. So hydrogen gas will come here because it is lighter than air. So it will go up. Okay. So it will go up and it will settle there. Okay. It is lighter than water. See क्या होता है? When gas, you know, gas is lighter than water. Okay. तो जो चीज light होती है वो ऊपर जाती है. So water में भी जो gas है, that water will go up. The gas will go up from the water. Okay, और ये ऊपर से बंद है यहाँ पे. This is closed from here. Okay, so ये गैस यहाँ से ऊपर जाएगी और यहाँ पे जमा होती जाएगी. ठीक है. Now, if the quantity of gas increases, it will push the water down. Okay, नीचे, because गैस को भी स्पेस चाहिए. यहाँ पे ये स्पेस कलेक्ट होगी, यहाँ पे गैस कलेक्ट होगा पूरा, and it will push the water down. This is also called as downward displacement of water. Downward displacement. Downward मतलब water को नीचे push करना. Displacement of water. तो water नीचे push हो रहा है और यहाँ पे गैस कलेक्ट होके जा रही है, हाइड्रोजन. ओके, हाइड्रोजन गैस यहाँ से रिलीज हुई, डिलीवरी ट्यूब से यहाँ पे ऊपर कलेक्ट हुई. ओके, दिस इज द प्रिपरेशन ऑफ hydrogen in laboratory. Okay. Now there are some precautions which need to be taken place. अब ये रिएक्शन होने के पहले इस डिलीवरी ट्यूब में थोड़ा सा एयर हो सकता है. ठीक है, तो वो एयर भी यहाँ पे आके यहाँ पे कलेक्ट हो जाएगा. तो व्हाट वी शुड डू इनिशियली, फॉर सम टाइम, वंस वी स्टार्ट द रिएक्शन, वी शुड कीप दिस ओपन. तो अगर जो भी एयर होगा वहां पे, वो हाइड्रोजन के साथ वो एयर भी इधर आएगा और वो बाहर चले जाएगा. तो लेट इट गो आउट, ओके, और उसके बाद इसको बंद कर देंगे। तो उसके बाद जो भी आने वाला है वो हाइड्रोजन ही होगा, ओके। एंड यू शुड मेक श्योर डोंट ब्रिंग एनी फ्लेम हियर, एनी फ्लेम, एनीथिंग, okay, because hydrogen is combustible, okay, it supports combustion, it is inflammable, okay, hydrogen gas is inflammable, जिसकी वजह से इट कैन कैच फायर इजीली। सो किसी भी जलती हुई चीज से, फ्लेम से, स्प्लिंटर से इसे दूर रखना है, ठीक है, इस गैस को, हाइड्रोजन गैस को। दीज आर द प्रिकॉशन विच वी शुड टेक प्लेस, ओके। ओके, नाउ सी वाटर इज इंपॉर्टेंट हियर। अगर समझो हम लोग वाटर यूज नहीं करते, डायरेक्टली हाइड्रोजन गैस को कलेक्ट करते, तो क्या होता, वो हाइड्रोजन गैस एयर के साथ मिक्स होके कुछ एक्सप्लोजन भी हो सकता था, बिकॉज हाइड्रोजन गैस इज वेरी डेंजरस, ओके। तो इसीलिए हाइड्रोजन को हम एयर के साथ मिक्स होने नहीं देते, हम हाइड्रोजन को वाटर के हेल्प से कलेक्ट करते, ठीक है। यू शुड नो दिस वन पॉइंट, ओके। एंड यू शुड नो द एक्टिविटी सीरीज आल्सो, वी हैव स्टडीड द एक्टिविटी सीरीज, you can see in the textbook also they have given the picture of the activity series. See, this is the activity series: potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc in the order of their reactivity. So the element potassium, which is placed on the top of the activity series, is the most reactive, okay. So this laboratory preparation is done. Let's take the next topic now. What happens if I mix metals with water? What if I mix metals with water? Okay, so for example, sodium plus H2O. Na is sodium, water, H2O. Okay, if you heat, what will happen? It will form NaOH plus it will release hydrogen gas. Okay, this NaOH is sodium hydroxide. When you mix sodium with water, it produces sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas is released. Okay, it happens with all the elements, all the reactive metals. It can be potassium, it can be calcium. If you react them with water, what will happen? They will form hydroxide, means they will form potassium hydroxide, calcium will form calcium hydroxide, okay, and what will release? Hydrogen will release as gas, okay. Now these three, sodium, potassium and calcium, they react with cold water. So the water which you are using here is cold water, okay, but magnesium reacts with hot water. मैग्नीशियम को क्या चाहिए? हॉट वाटर चाहिए. So magnesium plus H2O. This H2O is hot water. So it will give MgOH twice plus H2. Okay. Magnesium also reacts with steam. You understand steam? When you boil water, it turns into steam. So magnesium steam से भी react करता है. Okay. And hot water से भी react करता है. It reacts with both steam and hot water. Okay, same goes with zinc, aluminium, iron. All these metals also react with water. Okay, and they will produce hydroxide and water. Okay, some will produce oxides, not hydroxide. See, this is, see, OH आ गया ना, OH मतलब होता है hydroxide. Okay, but कोई मेटल ऑक्साइड्स प्रोड्यूस करते हैं, जैसे एल्यूमिनियम, जिंक. सी, अगर मैं जिंक को मिक्स करूं वाटर के साथ, if I mix zinc with water, okay, I will get ZnO. I will get ZnO plus H2. ZnO मतलब क्या है? ये हो गया जिंक ऑक्साइड. Okay, so these reactions are there in your book. You should know that अगर मैंने सोडियम किया, पोटेशियम किया, कैल्शियम किया, मैग्नीशियम किया, तो इन चारों से क्या प्रोड्यूस होगा? हाइड्रोक्साइड्स. ऐसे याद रखना है, ठीक है? एंड अगर मैंने कैल्शियम किया, एल्यूमिनियम किया यूज, या आयन किया, if I use zinc, aluminium or iron, so these three will produce oxides. These four will produce hydroxides and these three will produce oxides. You should remember this. Okay. Now zinc is the most suitable metal. जिंक बहुत सुटेबल मेटल है. जैसे हमने लेबोरेटरी प्रिपरेशन में जिंक को यूज किया बिकॉज जिंक बहुत बेस्ट है एलिमेंट. ओके, हम ये सब भी यूज कर सकते थे लेकिन सब में कुछ ना कुछ प्रॉब्लम है. जैसे सोडियम और पोटेशियम की बात करें तो दे सोडियम एंड पोटेशियम दे रिएक्ट वेरी वायलेंटली विद एसिड्स. अगर उनको एसिड्स में मिक्स किया तो बहुत वायलेंट रिएक्शन होता है. ओके, कैल्शियम और मैग्नीशियम ये दोनों जो है ये दोनों बहुत एक्सपेंसिव है. दे आर वेरी एक्सपेंसिव, सो इट इज नॉट फीजिबल टू यूज देम. ओके, सोडियम पोटेशियम क्या है, बहुत वायलेंटली रिएक्ट करते हैं. ओके, बहुत ऐसे बड़ा रिएक्शन होता है. दे कैन बी एक्सप्लोजन आल्सो. ओके, एंड आयन में क्या होता है? आयन का प्रॉब्लम क्या है? दैट इट इज रिवर्सिबल. उसमें रिवर्स रिएक्शन हो जाता है. स्टेबल नहीं रहता. Okay, and then other elements like copper, silver, mercury, Hg, ये जो metals है, these metals, they are very less reactive. They don't react. These don't react with acids. Okay, so these points are given in your textbook. Okay, lead is also not used. Lead, because it forms insoluble chloride. It forms insoluble chloride. मतलब क्या होता है? अगर आपने lead को मिक्स किया वाटर के साथ या किसी एसिड के साथ, let's say you mix lead means Pb. If you mix it with let's say HCl, okay, you will get lead chloride, PbCl2 plus H2. बट ये जो lead chloride है ना, PbCl2, ये किसी में मिक्स ही नहीं होता. दिस इज अ insoluble chloride. ओके, तो उसको यूज नहीं कर पाते. इसलिए we do not prefer lead also for laboratory preparation. Okay, so the best metal to be used for laboratory preparation is zinc. Lead is a metal. Okay, so these points are given in your textbook. You need to learn them. I will give you in markings also. Now we will study about the manufacturing of hydrogen. How do we manufacture hydrogen? मतलब लार्ज स्केल में हाइड्रोजन कैसे मैन्युफैक्चर होता है. ठीक है, तो वी यूज अ प्रोसेस व्हिच इज कॉल्ड एज द बॉश प्रोसेस. मार्क इट इंपॉर्टेंट, इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. बॉश प्रोसेस. वी यूज बॉश प्रोसेस टू manufacture hydrogen. Okay, I'll write the reactions and then I'll explain you. C means carbon, H2O water, This is the first reaction. Okay. Then this product which you get in the first reaction, this product which you get is further mixed with H2O. जो यहाँ पे प्रोडक्ट मिला है उसको यहाँ पे फर्दर मिक्स किया है. ठीक है. So these are the two reactions of Bosch process. What do we do here? See, first we mix carbon. This C means carbon, okay? Or you can also call this is hot coke. Carbon का ही एक type है ये, ठीक है? Hot coke. This is mixed with steam. ये जो H2 है ना यहाँ पे ये steam है, steam, ठीक है? At 1000 degree Celsius. 1000 degree Celsius में इस hot coke को steam को hot coke के ऊपर से pass करते हैं, ठीक है? जिससे reaction होता है. And what do we get? We get CO plus H2. This CO is carbon monoxide, H2 is hydrogen, but they are mixed together. Okay, तो इनको साथ में, this is together called as water gas. इसका collective नाम, जब ये दोनों साथ में होते हैं तो they are collectively called as water gas. This can come as an objective question in your exam. Okay, what is water gas? So you have to write CO plus H2 is water gas. Okay, and minus heat लिखा है, minus heat मतलब heat absorb हो रही है, ठीक है? So this reaction is endothermic. This reaction is endothermic reaction क्योंकि उसमें heat minus हो रही है. Minus होना मतलब heat को absorb करना, ठीक है? Then this water gas which you get, you use it again, and you again mix it with steam. जो आया आउटपुट उसको वापस स्टीम से मिक्स किया, ठीक है? This time at 450 degree Celsius. Okay, and we use some catalyst also here. Okay, either you can use iron oxide or you can use chromium oxide. Okay, you can use iron oxide or chromium oxide as chromium trioxide. So iron oxide means Fe2O3. ये catalyst है. और as a promoter we can use chromium Cr2O3, chromium trioxide. You need to remember the names. Chromium trioxide as a promoter and Fe2O3 is a iron oxide. Okay, so these both we are using, and then output we get CO2 plus 2H2O plus heat. Carbon dioxide plus hydrogen. This hydrogen we need this hydrogen. Okay. Now see, these two are gases. This CO2 and this H2. These both are gases. Okay. Now if you want to separate them, दोनों gases साथ में आएंगे तो इन gases को अलग कैसे करें? तो इनको अलग करने के दो equations है, दो तरीके हैं, ठीक है? One is by using KOH. One is by using KOH. Okay, you use potassium hydroxide. वो क्या करेगा potassium hydroxide? इसमें से कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को खींच लेगा, ठीक है, और रिएक्ट कर लेगा उसके साथ. तो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड से अगर रिएक्ट कर लिया तो क्या बचा? हाइड्रोजन बच गया, तो हमें हाइड्रोजन मिल गया. ओके, और देयर इज वन मोर मेथड दैट इज बाय यूजिंग कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड. सो दैट रिएक्शन इज आल्सो गिवन CuCl plus CO. CuCl means copper chloride plus carbon monoxide plus H2O. This reaction, ये रिएक्शन किसके लिए है? कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड को सेपरेट करने के लिए. कहां से? See here you have water gas. इस water gas में कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड भी है और हाइड्रोजन भी है. समझो आपको ये स्टेट में हाइड्रोजन को सेपरेट करना है, तो कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड को निकालना है यहाँ से. ओके, इफ यू वांट टू रिमूव दिस कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड, यू कैन यूज दिस रिएक्शन. तो CuCl प्लस ये कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड के साथ रिएक्ट कर लेगा विथ वाटर एंड यू विल गेट अ बिग element here, CuCl.CO.2H2O. crystallized form, you get it. Okay, तो just इन तीनों को ऐड करके एक साथ यहाँ पे लिख दो. Although these two reactions are not very important, these two reactions are very important. These are the main reactions of Bosch process. Okay. Next, we'll see the properties. So I'll just tell you the properties. Important one. Hydrogen, first of all, is a colorless gas. Okay, it is odorless, means you cannot smell. You do not have any specific odor for hydrogen. Okay, it is a colorless gas. Then it is a tasteless gas. You won't get any taste from that gas. It is non-poisonous in nature. Okay, these are some important properties. Then solubility, it is not soluble in water. Very less soluble in water. Okay. Then liquefaction. Liquefaction means that hydrogen gas cannot be easily liquidified. You cannot see, liquid can be made gas, gas can be made liquid, but hydrogen cannot be easily made into liquid. Okay, you will need temperature of around -240 degrees Celsius to liquefy hydrogen, and this temperature is not very easily available. Okay, so liquefaction is not possible. Then density wise, hydrogen is lightest. It is very light gas. Okay, these were the physical properties of hydrogen. Okay, now the chemical properties of hydrogen. What are the chemical properties? The first one is litmus paper. Hydrogen is acidic in nature. Okay, if it is the hydrogen gas, if I say hydrogen gas, then it is neutral. Hydrogen gas is neutral. Okay, but when it combines with something, it can become acidic in nature. But only pure hydrogen gas is neutral. It will not change the color of litmus paper. Okay, it will not change the color of litmus paper. Okay, then hydrogen is combustible. It is combustible in nature. I said it is inflammable also. Okay, it is combustible. If it burns with a pale blue flame. When it burns, it will produce a pale blue flame, hydrogen. Okay, and when it burns in air, it also produces a pop sound. आपको से sound सुनाई देगा, pop pop pop, when the hydrogen is burning in air. Okay. Now we also know that hydrogen reacts with non-metals also. The most common reaction is H2 plus O2. Hydrogen is reacting with a non-metal. Oxygen is a non-metal. You will get H2O. This is how water is formed. Okay. Plus you get heat. Plus heat means this is an exothermic reaction. This is a exothermic reaction. Okay. Plus heat. In rockets, जो रॉकेट्स जाते हैं स्पेस में, उनके अंदर भी हाइड्रोजन और ऑक्सीजन होता है. ठीक है, बट वो लिक्विड फॉर्म में होता है. लिक्विड फॉर्म में. They are called as LOX. LOX का मतलब क्या होता है? This is liquid oxygen बोलते हैं उसे, LOX. लिक्विड ऑक्सीजन. और लिक्विड हाइड्रोजन भी होता है वैसे ही, टैंक्स में स्टोर होता है, रॉकेट्स में. Okay, hydrogen also reacts with chlorine. If you react hydrogen with chlorine, it will give you HCl, hydrochloric acid. Okay, hydrogen reacts with chlorine will give you hydrochloric acid. Okay, H2 plus Cl2 will give you HCl. Okay, this reaction is a little dangerous. This reaction, hydrogen with oxygen. Okay, it is very dangerous. It is also called as detonating mixture. It is also called as detonating mixture, hydrogen and oxygen, because it is explosive in nature. Okay, it is dangerous. So we cannot let hydrogen easily mix with oxygen. Okay, hydrogen also mixes with nitrogen. You can also mix hydrogen with nitrogen. It can give you ammonia. NH3. NH3 is ammonia gas. Okay, and plus you get heat. Means it is an exothermic reaction. It is a exothermic reaction. Okay, it also, now hydrogen also reacts with sulfur. Then hydrogen also reacts with different metals. When it reacts with metals, see hydrogen, when it reacts with metals, it gives hydride. It forms hydride. Means what? If I react, अगर मैंने सोडियम के साथ हाइड्रोजन को मिक्स किया तो I will get sodium hydride, NH. Okay, अगर मैंने कैल्शियम मिक्स किया, if I mix calcium with hydrogen, I will get calcium hydride. Okay, these are the hydrides formed when hydrogen reacts. Okay. Now there are only equations left in the chapter. Otherwise, the important part, the explanation part, is done. Okay. One thing you should remember: hydrogen is used as a reducing agent. We had studied oxidation and reduction in the previous chapter. We will again do it in the last part of this chapter. What is oxidation and reduction? So hydrogen is a reducing agent. Okay, hydrogen is a reducing agent. इसका मतलब क्या होता है reducing agent? मतलब वो compounds में से oxygen को निकाल देता है. Okay, it removes oxygen. For example, if you have CO plus H2. Okay, if you have CO plus H2. So this hydrogen will remove the oxygen. Okay, we will remove the oxygen. So you will get Cu plus H2O. See, I'm uses of hydrogen. What are the uses? Okay, so hydrogen is used for cutting, for welding. Okay, hydrogen gas, it is at very high temperature. Hydrogen and oxygen, when they are burned at very high temperature, okay, they give out a lot of heat. So this is also called as hydrogen flames. So they are used for welding like this. Okay, no Janam. So when you mix hydrogen and oxygen, they react at this temperature, 2800 degrees Celsius. So it gives out a lot of heat that can be used for welding. Then hydrogen is used as a fuel. As I told you, we have also started manufacturing hydrogen cars. Japan especially is putting a lot of research in making hydrogen cars because it is a clean fuel. Okay. Then hydrogenation. hydrogenation of vegetable oil. This vegetable oil is passed through hydrogen to make vanaspati ghee. You might have heard of vanaspati ghee. This ghee is made by a process called as hydrogenation. This process involves using of hydrogen. Okay, so hydrogen is used on these oils, vegetable oils, to produce vanaspati ghee. Okay, this is also known as catalytic hydrogenation, also called as catalytic hydrogenation. Then hydrogen is used to make chemicals. It is used to make chemicals, like example urea. Hydrogen can be used to make urea. Then it is used as a reducing agent. Just now we saw how hydrogen it is used as a reducing agent. It can remove oxygen. ठीक है, ऑक्सीजन को रिमूव करना या हाइड्रोजन को ऐड करना, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज रिडक्शन. सो हाइड्रोजन इज अ रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट. Okay, then hydrogen balloons, hydrogen filled balloons. You might have heard hydrogen filled balloons. They are used for meteorological purposes. Weather वगैरह forecast करना होता है, किसी जगह पे जाना है where humans cannot go easily, so they will send hydrogen balloons with all the sensors and cameras to that area, and it will capture the pictures. It will see the weather, take all the readings, and we can come to know about the weather, the climatic conditions of that place. So we send hydrogen filled balloons because it is lighter than air. It can stay afloat for a longer period of time without any fuel. Okay. But nowadays, instead of hydrogen, we use helium. Okay, because hydrogen is inflammable. Sometimes it can catch fire. So in parachutes and all these days, we are using helium more than hydrogen. Now, the last topic is redox reaction, oxidation and reduction. So let's study once again oxidation and reduction, very important reaction. Oxidation and reduction. Okay, so what is oxidation first? Oxidation means addition of oxygen. If oxygen is getting added, okay, addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. ये दोनों केस, अगर ऑक्सीजन ऐड हो रहा है या हाइड्रोजन रिमूव हो रहा है, दोनों केस को हम क्या कहते हैं? ऑक्सीडेशन. वी कॉल इट oxidation. Okay, I will give you reaction. For example, C plus O2 gives CO2. तो इसमें ऑक्सीजन ऐड हो रहा है, ठीक है. This reaction will be called as oxidation. Okay, see, oxygen is getting added. This reaction will be called as oxidation. या अगर ऐसा रिएक्शन होगा, H2S plus Cl gives H2Cl, HCl plus S. अगर ये रिएक्शन है, तो if you see carefully, यहाँ पे from this sulfur, see this is sulfur, this is H2S, hydrogen sulfide. इस सल्फर में से इस सल्फर का S बन गया, H2S का S बन गया, मतलब इसमें से हाइड्रोजन निकल गया, रिमूव हो गया. तो हाइड्रोजन रिमूव हुआ means oxidation has taken place. Okay, you can see H2S का सिर्फ S बचा है, मतलब इस H2S का इस सल्फर ऑक्सीडाइज हो गया because the hydrogen is removed from the sulfur. Okay, the sulfur got oxidized. This is called as oxidation. Okay, and what are oxidizing agents? एजेंट्स। ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट्स का मतलब क्या है? ऐसे कंपाउंड्स जो ऑक्सीडेशन में हेल्प करते हैं। ठीक है, कैसे हेल्प करते हैं? या तो वो ऑक्सीजन प्रोवाइड करेंगे, ऑक्सीजन अगर ऐड होता है तो ऑक्सीडेशन कहते हैं, तो वो ऑक्सीजन लाएगा कौन? तो ये ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट लाके देगा। ठीक है, रिमूवल ऑफ हाइड्रोजन, हाइड्रोजन को रिमूव करना है तो रिमूव करेगा कौन? ये ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट रिमूव करेगा। ओके, सो दिस ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट will either add the oxygen or it will remove the oxygen, hydrogen. Okay, and oxidation will take place. तो oxidation होने के लिए agents की जरूरत होती है. Those agents are called as oxidizing agent. Okay, तो इनके examples क्या है? Chlorine, oxygen, these are all oxidizing agent. There are other examples also, CO2 or nitric acid. Nitric acid means HNO3. These are all oxidizing agent, which helps in oxidation by doing this. Okay, now next is reduction. Exactly opposite of oxidation is reduction. Reduction में क्या होगा? Addition of hydrogen होगा और removal of oxygen होगा. उल्टा होता है reduction में, हाइड्रोजन ऐड होगा और ऑक्सीजन रिमूव होगा. Okay, you can see the example. Ammonia. When ammonia is formed, what happens when ammonia is formed? Hydrogen is added to nitrogen. Hydrogen add हुआ है, ठीक है? So this type of reaction is called as reduction. Okay, this type of reaction is called as reduction. या फिर अगर ये reaction है, HgO gives Hg plus O2. Okay, if I balance it, it will be like this. So ये रिएक्शन में क्या हो रहा है? HgO, इसके साथ में ऑक्सीजन था, ठीक है? अब ये ऑक्सीजन निकल गया, सी ऑक्सीजन रिमूव हो गया, सिर्फ Hg बचा है. So oxygen is removed, removal of oxygen, then this reaction is reduction, जहाँ पे ऑक्सीजन रिमूव होता है, ठीक है, या हाइड्रोजन ऐड होता है. So this is called as reduction. Okay, और reducing agent क्या होगा? As I said, reducing agent example is, most common example is hydrogen. Reducing agents क्या करेंगे? हाइड्रोजन सप्लाई करेंगे जिससे रिडक्शन होगा और ऑक्सीजन को रिमूव करेंगे. ये जो दो कंडीशंस है ना, इस कंडीशंस को सेटिस्फाई करने के लिए रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट होते हैं. ओके, रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट्स. So to add oxygen or to remove, to add hydrogen or to remove oxygen, we use reducing agents. Okay. And the last is redox reaction. Redox means reduction and oxidation together. Redox. This Re stands for reduction. Red stands for reduction and OX stands for oxidation. दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन है, रिडक्शन एंड ऑक्सीडेशन का कॉम्बिनेशन. तो एक ऐसा रिएक्शन जिसमें रिडक्शन भी हो रहा है और ऑक्सीडेशन भी हो रहा है. Let's say CuO plus H2 gives, CuO means copper oxide, H2 means hydrogen. Okay, it gives copper plus H2. Now observe carefully. Observe carefully now. What will happen here? ठीक है? See, इस कॉपर ऑक्साइड का क्या बन गया? कॉपर बन गया. मींस इसमें से, कॉपर ऑक्साइड में से ऑक्सीजन रिमूव हो गया. ऑक्सीजन इज रिमूव्ड हियर. ऑक्सीजन इज रिमूव्ड मतलब दिस इज कॉल्ड एज रिडक्शन. ऑक्सीजन रिमूव हुआ, इसका मतलब क्या होता है? रिडक्शन हुआ. ठीक है, और यहाँ पे ये जो हाइड्रोजन था इसके अंदर क्या हुआ, ये हाइड्रोजन अकेला था, अब इसके अंदर ऑक्सीजन ऐड हो गया, ठीक है, हाइड्रोजन के अंदर ऑक्सीजन ऐड हुआ, तो दिस इज एडिशन ऑफ ऑक्सीजन। एडिशन ऑफ ऑक्सीजन का मतलब होता है ऑक्सीडेशन रिएक्शन। ओके, तो इस रिएक्शन में दोनों चीज हुई है, रिडक्शन भी हुआ है, ऑक्सीडेशन भी हुआ है, सो दैट इज व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड एज रेडॉक्स रिएक्शन। ओके, यू कैन सी ऑक्सीजन इज रिमूव्ड, तो इस कंपोनेंट, ये जो कंपाउंड है CuO, इस कंपाउंड का रिडक्शन हुआ है, और ये जो हाइड्रोजन है यहाँ पे उसका ऑक्सीडेशन हुआ है। ओके, दोनों चीजें हुई है यहाँ पे। So this is a redox reaction where both takes place, oxidation and reduction both. Okay. So this is all about the hydrogen chapter. You can ask me if there are any doubts.